All right. We are back. I had a little technical error there, but you live and you learn. And this is Travelmatic back to you with the remote work and live stream. And we have my co-host over here, Tiffany Sports and Heels.
What up? What up? What up?
What's going on, sis?
Oh, well, it's Monday.
Yes, it's Monday. And it's
Yeah,
Matic Mondays.
it's manic Monday. It's been a manic Monday, definitely.
It has. That,
Why you
that,
try? Why you trying to copy my swag though? That's what I want to know.
oh, we all kind of dressed alike a little bit, huh? I got Panthers on mine though. I got the Panthers.
Mine's is plain. I know not to rep no scrubs.
yeah. Them Ravens is some scrubs, man.
and football season's over with, so
It's
it's
never.
track season.
Oh yeah, that's right. Um, yeah. So a lot has happened. I know on my end. Um, you've been a cool little off time since last time, right?
Yeah, I went to Cleveland for NBA All Star Weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It
I
was
didn't ever get a recap of that. What happened and
nothing to recap.
nothing like that.
It was cold. It was windy. It was rainy. There was like a freak snow or lake effect snow. Um, there was one highlight to the weekend, and that was the HBCU Classic, which is the first time they ever had an HBCU NBA combined event. That
Mhm.
was dope. That was very dope. They did a phenomenal job putting that on. Um, but that was the highlight of the weekend. I mean, you guys saw the slam dunk contest, which was hot garbage. Um, and the game Sunday night, went to a watch party to watch that. But no diss to Cleveland. Um, but I'm cool. I'm cool on Cleveland. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, that's all I got to say. I'll be in Birmingham next week for NCAA national championship. So I'll be working remotely for 2 days, Thursday and Friday, um, and working the meet Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. I know you had the HBCU games that you posted on your channel. I thought that was pretty cool. Is that normal? Is that
No, that was the first time they ever had it. Um,
okay?
and I found out that my god sister's cousin actually was a part of bringing that to the NBA. They did a phenomenal job. They just did it. They gave out a lot of money. I think two cheerleaders got like $50,000 a piece,
Okay.
with no idea they were getting it. They gave away a lot of money. It was a good game. It was Howard and what was the other school? Oh, I'm terrible.
It was
I'll tell
was
you.
it Howard? I thought it was
It was Howard. I'll tell you who it was.
it's my guy his son go to that school. Mm, it's out of Baltimore. I mean out of Maryland.
Yeah, Morgan State.
Morgan
Morgan
State, yeah,
State.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, they had a lot of Howard, a lot of Morgan State, but they had like all these HBCUs was represented. Like everybody came from like all over. So that was cool. They had all the fraternities and sorority, all the Divine Nine were there, and they did these like shout outs. We did the swag surf, which was like, you can't do an HBCU event and not do the swag surf. They had the whole stadium swag surfing, and that was fun. Music was great. The bands were great. The cheerleaders were great. The game was great. It was a great atmosphere, family friendly, and it was definitely a HBCU minded crowd. Um, it was a great event. They even had a great support from like celebrities. I mean, Spike Lee was there. Um, I think somebody said Big Tigger was there. But it was well attended by NBA legends, and celebrities, and it was just well put on, well thought out. It wasn't commercialized like you would think once somebody else outside of HBCU family kind of got involved. NBA did a good job of letting the people who organize this kind of take control. And they put on it was a great afternoon. My only diss to them was they had NBA, HBCU type apparel at the game to purchase, and
Mhm.
they had shorts, Nike shorts they were cool shorts. They had the HBCU colors and um, their basketball shorts. But they wanted $119 for some basketball shorts. Like, who's paying that? No, nobody's paying $119 for basketball. Not none of these fans paying
Right, right, right.
$119 for basketball shorts. But other than that, um, it was well attended and it was priced right so that you can bring your entire family. Um, it wasn't, I've been going to All-Star Weekend for a long time, since 2008-ish. I've been going, actually before that. And everybody knows the All-Star game. You're not getting tickets to that. You can, but you're going to pay out the wazoo for All-Star tickets. So
Mhm.
I always attended the rookie game, which was always on Friday night. And it used to be, that was like $50, $60 ticket that you could get. Now, I mean, I can still get them for around that because my godfather played in the NBA. So
Right.
he gets retired player benefits, and that's part of it, is he gets reduced tickets. But still, um, you know, they make these games are now unattainable for fans unless you're gonna pay $300-$400 for multiple events plus whatever else is going on. So um, they made that event, affordable. Like I said, it was um, great turnout, no drama, all fun. You know,
Mhm.
it was a great event. I really enjoyed that. I mean, I enjoyed the whole weekend because I get to have a little backstage, access to a different part of the All Star than previously when you're just a spectator. So, and I got to hang out with some pretty dope legends. Oscar Robertson being one of them. Got to have like long conversations and talk about the history of the game and kind of how it's changing. And so I got to have some dope conversations. But like I said, I don't know this to Cleveland, but I'm good on y'all. I'm good on Cleveland. The next one is in Salt Lake City. I can't do two cold cities back to back. Like the part of the fun of going to NBA All Stars is going somewhere warm because it's in February. So they won't be seeing me next year, or maybe not the year after that when it's in Indianapolis.
Right, right, right. So you were able to use some of your remote working benefits. I remember, right?
Yeah. So and actually doing this again. I think I mentioned it last show. Is the co-working. So I'm trying out different co-working spaces, and I did try one in Cleveland, and I'll have to get the name of the place that I went to. Um, I did that, and then I'm doing one in Birmingham because I actually arrived next Thursday, pretty early in the morning. I think I landed like 8:30 a.m. and check-ins for hotels are typically around 3 o'clock. And I'm not sure, since this is the NCAA, if they're going to allow me to check in early. And I don't want to work in the lobby, of the hotel while I'm waiting for my room to be available. So I'm going to do a co-working space for that as well. I'm just deciding if I'm going to do a hotel co-working space, which is around $60 for all day, or am I going to do a co-working like space? Um, Thursday's a busy meeting day for me, so I need to be available and attentive and have a little bit more privacy. So I'll kind of figure it out between now and next week.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I know I had told you about my Puerto Rico trip. So I'll repeat it for our listeners here. Um, Went to a great place in which I actually was going to pull up that place I went to. I did a little video on it, but I haven't had time to produce it. So I'm gonna work on that, and hopefully definitely have it done by the next Matic Monday. But went to Puerto Rico. Was able to get on my network, which was, a great mission accomplished. Because Puerto Rico is a U.S. providence, but a lot of times with this remote working, a lot of people say they want to work abroad, but every company won't let you work abroad depending
Right.
on the country. So you have to kind of like, talk to your help desk, maybe your manager. More like your help desk gonna know more than your manager.
Right.
So I didn't reach out to my help desk.
Why? You didn't want them to know?
No, it was more like I think I knew that it was going to work. Like, why would it not work? We actually have
Right. It's
offices
Puerto Rico.
in Puerto
Right.
Rico, so yeah, it was more like it's not really it's a no brainer on that. So I didn't think I would run into any issues with that. So that's why. Now, if it would have been like Colombia or Brazil, I definitely would have called because I know that's like a that's definitely international. So got on, but actually my network was down, and that had me going crazy at 1 o'clock in the morning because I didn't get to my Airbnb until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was a network issue. I couldn't get on the VPN when I tried to, mine is automatically updated with the VPN. So as soon as you put your password and you in the Windows screen, then it automatically pulls up your VPN and locks and link and syncs into that. No, just got error after error after error, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, you can't call help desk at 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I have an 8 a.m. call I lead on Wednesday because I left out Tuesday night and got, like 11:30, 12, I got into Puerto Rico. So like you normally do, you're gonna call the help desk, So I called them that morning when I woke up around 7 something, and they had a prompt on there said that we had a network outage last night, or like doing updates on the network, and if you experience issues, log back in. And I did that, and I was up, and I was like, "Ooh!" Made my 8 a.m. call, and I laid down for a minute after that. Like, I was just so.
So for those of you listening, Adrian could have known this and saved himself some trouble by having the app for his employer on his device, which I know you can do, right?
Well, yeah, but it's still linked to the VPN. So if the network is out, it's out, even on Teams on your app.
You
Or
can't even get it on your email.
no, we don't. You can't get into federal I know what you're talking about. I forgot what you call it, where you can do it, where you can get on your personal laptop and go in the back way. That's what you're talking.
Yes.
No, you can't do that. It's only one way in to get in there, and to get on the network. If the network is down, which is like has all my Microsoft DevOps, all my other little,
Mm-hmm.
you can't touch nothing. You can, like, I was able to get on the internet because I had the Wi-Fi at the place.
You just couldn't get on the network.
Yeah, you can't get on network. So you can't get into Teams, you can't get into Outlook, you can't get into, whatever is on the network. Nothing's gonna work. So, but it was just ironically that night when I'm trying to log on, they doing work. So I'm like, oh, thank you. And everything was magical from that point.
But you left that evening, so you didn't actually miss work.
No, I didn't miss work. I didn't miss work.
Oh, okay.
That was another plus. I was just telling my guy that I flew on Frontier.
I don't have a problem with Frontier.
You don't have a problem with Frontier.
I've flown Frontier. It's the other one.
They both in the same. That's why they merging together. They both in the same barrel. They both low cost carriers or whatever. But
I've flown Frontier.
yeah, I mean it was a great flight. It was a great flight. $159 round trip.
You're in Atlanta though, so
What else? Straight shot, no layovers, both ways.
you're in Atlanta.
But now that's a hard one. I still couldn't find that today. When I was telling my guy, but he said, "Man, they still got them like that." I said, "Not usually in February or March, like January. You can find them. You can
My
find them."
god sister goes to Atlanta. I mean, goes. She lives in Atlanta, and she goes to Puerto Rico. I mean, I've seen her. That's how I find out after the fact. She got like 10 photos in Puerto Rico. I'm like, dang, wasn't you just there?
Yeah. It's an awesome deal. I've always seen it, so I've always wanted to try that. But
And you flew into San Juan, right?
flew in the San Juan. Flew in the San Juan.
How was the weather?
Beautiful. It wasn't too hot. Wasn't like cool. It was about anywhere from 75 to 85 every day. Like the night 75, 85 in the daytime with a little breeze.
Wow.
Perfect. It rained a little bit, it would stop. Rain for like 5 minutes, stop. And then you can go back out or whatever. So beautiful, beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. But another thing that happened to me was the power went out. Puerto Rico is known for power outages, is what I found out pretty much. Power outages in Puerto Rico happens a lot. So that's something that if and when I go back or whatever, something that I have to be prepared for. But I went to, when I had the outage, I went to a place in not too far from me named Piloto 151.
Piloto.
And Piloto. I am going to show you here. It is here. I went to this place here, which was in an Uber, jumped in an Uber real quick, and was able to go to this place like 5 minutes away from me.
That's nice.
Very big. Let's see. I love the setup. That's why I said I'm going to I shot a few videos in there, which I'll do like a review on my channel, on the channel. And so I went there, and I was planning on going there like maybe that day, Monday or Tuesday before I left. And I was really kind of tired, and I was like, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to get around that. And then the power went out, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm going to go now. And so went there around, my power went out around 12:30. So I went to this place around 1:00, and so I walk in, and she's like, hey, and I was like, well, I previously reached out to y'all about your services and what you had to offer, and she looked me up. She didn't see my name, but she was like, what's what are you looking to do for the day, or for the week? I said, just for the day the power went out. And so she said, this $50 right here, right? And I was looking at my watch like $50
for how many hours?
Well, this was the daily rate, actually.
Okay.
I don't know, they have hour at visitor pricing, but for the Santurce location, it was like $50 for the day. So I was like, well, it's like half day already gone. So I was like, you have any half day specials or whatever, or hourly maybe? Because I only needed like maybe 4 hours or so left to finish the day out. And so she says no, but then when she went in the system, she was like, actually, I can do a half a day. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, good. So she's like, just $25. So $25, and she was able to get me in there. They had all the refreshments free. They have, let's see if this thing's played.
So did you have your own? Go ahead.
Well, let me see. It's like a 2-minute video.
Coming somewhere new to a new island where I don't speak the language, Piloto 151 was really important in getting settled.
The opportunities that Piloto 151 offers in terms of events, office space, outdoor areas, they're very conducive to collaboration and socialization. I love working at Piloto 151. It's It offers opportunities that are different than a traditional office space in that we see new faces every week.
I would recommend Piloto to everybody else because of the great energy you get from interacting with other entrepreneurs.
It is awesome to come to work, and the workspace is creative and it's colorful, and it just gives you a great energy. The fact that the infrastructure here is built in. You walk in the door, there's high-speed internet, there's great coffee. You basically set up your laptop and you're ready to go.
The people, they are always available. They're always friendly, and no matter how complicated or how much I screw things up as a CEO, they are always there.
I think that you have a great.
Okay. So,
So you're gonna post a video about that, right? I hope.
yes, that's what I was saying. I will do one on it. Maybe this weekend I'll probably work on it and do something similar. I mean, not similar to that, but just how I was working. I took a few pictures of me working or whatever, and I wanted to actually talk with the lady that brought me in, but when I came in, I was already trying to get back online. I had a call at like 3:00, and there's a time difference in the winter time.
Okay.
That threw me off as well too, because she was like, the place closed at 5, and there, as of right now, they do not do daylight savings time, so they never went back. They never fell back in the fall with their hours. So they're right now it's 8:29, 8:25 there. So with me coming in there at 1, it was 2 there, so they was closing in 3 hours, which I needed to, I was in there at 1 Eastern time. So when it got 4, it was 5 there, and I'm like, oh, then I had a 4:15 call, 4:30 call that was going to end at 5:30. So I was like, oh, I was like, I wonder they're going to kick me out. And so around 5:00, I went outside because it was a meeting that I was just going to be on, not really leading. And so 5:00 came, and I walked by the little receptionist desk, and they was packing their stuff up, and I'm like, hey, I got a call. I can't now, because I knew my product owner was going to have to talk to me after that call. He's a real talkative guy, so I knew he was going to like have a recap. So I knew I needed a little bit more time after that. And the lady was like, oh, you can stay, you just have to leave out these conference rooms, because they had given me a conference room, because the outlets the outlets out in the main sitting area, none of the outlets worked.
Oh no.
And I was like, what the hell? Like they had one outlet to work off of 4 walls. They only had one wall, and it was by the receptionist desk. And so when I sat, I had enough power, because I was just trying to get online. So when I got up and my power started going down, I said, she can't. So it was like outlet right here. So I plugged it in. I was like, I said, it ain't working. I was like, she's serious. I said, how you gonna I said, maybe it's just, maybe it's my day to have these crazy things going on. And so I went and sat over there by her on the receptionist desk and plugged my laptop in there. And I guess she felt bad. She was like, dang, like, okay, well, she's like, you wanna get one of these conference rooms? And I was like, yeah, that'll be good. Because I had my cell phone trying to plug up and other things trying to plug up, my second laptop trying to plug it up. And so she was like, yeah, just come. I got a conference room. So like, there's probably like 10 conference rooms in this building, long floor. It's only one level, but it's a long floor. And so they had other people in there working, like they probably had took office space for themselves for like the week or whatever. So like the very last one, it was open, and she gave me that one. So when that time came, when it was about to close, she was like, you have to come back out into that lobby. And so I didn't really need that much power from that point. I had pretty much charged my whole laptops up from that point. But she was like, yeah, we're going to leave, but you could just stay out here. And I was like, oh, I can. She was like, yeah, you can stay out here. She didn't even give me a time like when I had to leave. So I didn't know if it was like 24/7 or what? So I was like, I'm gonna just stay in here. And that video made me realize too that you do have a lot of different people in there at the same time, like from different industries or whatever. And I had this one guy, which I'm like, dude, this is a co-working space. Like, be cognizant of other people. So he comes out like, yeah, working on such and such and Azure and Databricks. And I'm like, dude, okay.
He was loud.
He was loud, just walking through the whole freaking like he owned the freaking
So he wanted he wanted everybody to look at him. That's all. You
but
know
it
how
was
guys
but
are.
it was funny. I'm working on the same project. I'm working on an Azure database project, and I wanted to kind of like just ask him about but I said I ain't getting that man business, So I was like, let me just. But I mean, you could hear everything he was talking about, Databricks and Azure, and I'm sure you're probably using Databricks to monitor the database or something in some capacity or whatever. But I just didn't want to geek out like that, with data and stuff. So I said, but he was talking loud enough where he wants somebody to jump in on the conversation. He got a little headset. He had a headset on his phone too. When he had his headset on, I thought about you. I was like, look at him walking around with his headset on.
Like an old man. That's what old men do. The old man at the gas station.
Yes, I was like, man, I have not one. He had a nice headset though. It was a professional
he probably had one like a trucker's headset.
No, it wasn't truck. It was more. It was more like yours, like you have one now, but it was a little. You could tell it had a little bit more money to it. Like if Beats by Dre had like corporate headphones, or whatever. It was really nice. I was like, that's a nice headset. So, but yeah, it worked out. I don't know if I could do that rate though.
$25 a day?
No, $50 a day. If I came in there at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., it's $50 a day.
Yeah, the place I'm exploring, going to in Birmingham, is called Forge, and their co-working space is $25 a day. But if you wanted to do like a 10-day pass, it's only $10 a day.
Okay. $10 a day, that's not bad.
Yeah. But you have to do 10 sessions.
Okay. You have to do 10 sessions. Okay. But if it's just a la carte, what is it again?
$25.
That's not bad. I could do $25, but that 50 was expensive. That was expensive for my taste. If I'm gonna go there a few days, if I go back to Puerto Rico and post up there.
Yeah.
Because I can't have that power issue. If that would have been, I mean, I could always say, hey, I have a power outage and I'm gonna be out for the day. I could have just shut things down, but that's gonna be at a cost if I shut things down, an expensive cost for me. So I don't want to have to be like that anymore. But you have some job posting or some job housekeeping to talk about, right?
Yeah, I found I think we agreed last time that the whole job posting thing would be a good idea. And so I found a couple of places, some resources for those of you who are looking for remote jobs. And
which one you want to go with?
Oops. I want to show, the first place I want to show is called remote.co. And the reason why I want to show this place is because it looks like it's a great resource to not only find remote jobs, but companies that hire remote. And they also have remote work resources. So they're, they have a place where you can have some questions answered. They list about 144 different companies, and we're talking anywhere from Amazon to, let's see, there's a CVS position available. There's some, places that are looking for regional managers, or looking for research associates. if you're a writer or a teacher, then they're looking for a writing tutor, data analyst or data entry specialist. So really outside of the scope of IT, but kind of, we've talked several times about those transferable skills and how you can take what you're currently doing and look for a job that is available remotely. So we've got remote accounting and finance, um, remote
Mhm.
sales, editing, developer, customer service, virtual assistant, legal, healthcare. Um, so there's a plethora. This will be a great resource, I think, for those of you looking for opportunities. They even have a whole section, like I said, that's remote jobs. They have some resources about why working remote, some of the stuff that we've talked about. Um, some tips and tricks to help you work remotely. um,
Mhm.
you know, and also for employers, kind of like hiring remotely and remote worker insight. So it looks like it's a great resource for not only remote workers, but those who may have businesses who may be watching and looking to open up your place of employment for the remote work. This would be a great resource for you. It's used by CNN and Travel and Leisure and PC World. So CNBC has covered it a little bit. So it's a great resource, and I wanted to start with that.
Yes, I think this is a great one too because you can, um, a lot of those jobs out there when they have remote till COVID, remote till pandemic ends or whatever.
Hmm.
Like these positions, they not calling you back into the office. You're gonna be
Yeah.
permanently remote, so that's a good thing. As well as you have by subject areas. Like
Yep.
I always tell people, like everybody's not meant for IT, and or some people are intimidated by the IT world, and it's like other jobs in your area. If you're in a call center,
Hmm.
you do data entry in a little cubicle with XYZ on your counter.
Yeah.
You can switch over to this one.
Yeah.
I seen some other little more other jobs. HR recruiter. If
Yeah.
you
If you're working in HR, this is, HR is now, a lot of places are 100% remote now.
Yes, legal jobs. You got some legal paralegal type um
Legal,
experience.
legal assistant. If you've been an executive assistant, you can easily transfer that to an online position. If you've been an administrative assistant, if you work in sales,
Hmm.
likely there'll be some travel involved with the sales positions. It's okay to be remote. Um, in several industries that I've worked in, sales was never in the office. They were rarely in the office.
But see, like here, you got international too on it. So
Yeah. So
they may
those of
just
you who
be.
want to travel internationally,
But a lot of times now, like people are not like putting ink on paper anymore. Like, the sales had to go and, do the song and dance in front of the people and knock on doors. Everybody doing what you call the when you sign it virtually. You don't really have to get pen and paper to a person to get them to sign it anymore. You know, so everything is kind of virtual these days. Um, okay, so what's the next one?
so the next one I wanted to show is also a resource, and it's called WeWorkRemotely.com.
All right.
They have branded themselves the largest remote work community in the world with over 3 million visitors. And again, you're going to see some big names like Amazon, Google,
Yes.
and they too have got some great, a breakdown of what kind of jobs that they are offering. Some postings here for customer service, support manager, technical support, operations lead. Um,
Mhm.
there are a plethora of opportunities here, and the great thing about this is they've got dates on when these jobs were posted. So um, you always want to think. the quicker you can get in front of someone, the better off you're going to be. And oddly enough, as you're scrolling, I think you'll see my next site
It's
on
a
there.
site within the site.
Just happened to be on there.
You see it?
I did.
What was it? The chili pepper?
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. I can just bring chili pepper up.
Yeah. So Chili Piper actually has a TikTok account. That's where I found them. They were on TikTok advertising that they have several positions available, and they're looking for candidates. So they are hiring.
You in this TikTok?
TikTok's a great resource. People are willing to share information in 10 to 12 seconds. Works for me. But Chili Piper has 100% remote culture, so you won't have to fight about working remote or being hybrid. They operate out of 22 countries. Um, I had a chance to review their website. They took a bunch of their employees to Ibiza one year, which Adrian, you've been to Ibiza, right?
Oh yes. That is awesome. Ibiza is a great well, they go to brother. Um diversity. Yes, Ibiza is great. Great food, great culture. You can go to Mallorca, Formentera, Palma, just a little excursion boat away, a little cruiser boat, Carterman boat you can take.
Yeah, and
So,
the great thing about this company is they are literally telling you can work from anywhere in the world. We don't care where you work from as long as you join our hands-on Zoom meeting. So we
mhm.
don't care where you are. Even the contracts that I have now want you to stay in the US. Um,
Yeah,
but
they do. They do.
when I travel internationally, I'll have to take off, but not at Chili Piper.
Yes. That's one of the reasons why I went to Puerto Rico to try that out. Give me a little bit of island life and um but still in the US. Puerto Rico is just so like the US. It's like Miami 2.0.
Yeah,
But
and the jobs here are going to be more sales driven. Um, they're going to be more IT focused, quality assurance, research and development. They're looking for engineers, UX, UI designers, product designers, solution consultants, customer service.
hmm yeah, I know they had that Ibiza thing right here.
So they're
Uh,
a B2B SaaS startup. So I talked about that last week. That startups are a great place to start if you're trying to break into tech with little to no experience, or trying to go remotely. Startups are a great place for you to start. They're a little bit more flexible in terms, um, and you know, usually have a little bit more generous in vacation time and benefits. So um, don't ever count out a startup.
man, I'm telling you, they don't work. I'm telling you, man. It's just having fun all day. It's all about the culture, like being cool and being just, it's the millennials of today work a lot different from the people of my generation, your generation, like, just head down. No, it's, because where I'm at now is it's just like I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna go off for today. Like what? Like what you mean? You just all right, man. All right, bye. Like they just be like, my lead developer. He was like, I woke up today with at 1 o'clock with a fever and no, temperature and fever or something. Body aches. That's what he said. He sent that like 7 a.m, and I seen it on Teams, and I'm like, all right, like nobody says nothing. It's just, if you need time, they always say, if you need time, don't hesitate. Just take the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm telling you, times have changed with work culture, and you have things like this right here where they just, you just don't have this no more. I mean, we didn't have that back when I was, at their age, 20 something. It was more like get in this cubicle and do this work.
Yeah.
Make sure you're back on your
and don't leave 1 minute before 5 o'clock. Don't even pack up before 5 o'clock. Oh my goodness, I remember those days.
Hey, yes, I'm telling you. And if you was late by 8:00, like if you was there after 8:03, oh man, that's an occurrence. That's what we call an occurrence. You leave 3 minutes before your time. That's another occurrence. You go come back in. They're gonna have that thing on your desk, or they're gonna have an email, give you that verbal, and then they're gonna give you that written.
Yeah.
I done had so many writtens. Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of that. They weren't micromanaging to that extent because we didn't have to clock in or clock out. But like I mentioned, as soon as you're about to leave, you haven't seen the VP all day. They've been in their offices all day.
Mm-hmm.
But you packing up, somebody's come around that cubicle corner. You getting out of here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got some stuff I need to do. Oh, okay. You cutting out a little early today?
Uh-huh. Like, nah, I'm just getting ready.
No more of that.
No, man. Telling you that in that headset, you never put that thing back on again, man. What did you have another one? I know you.
No, that's 3. That's the 3. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know we still got a little time here. I told you as well that I wanted to talk about what is it? Digital nomad visas.
Yeah.
Because it had me thinking about that with visiting Puerto Rico. I saw an article the other day as well too that and I have it on my phone, but this one here may suffice. I think it's recent. Yes, it's February 22nd. Actually called Nomad Girl. Let me share what I have here. Because I saw that it was very interesting. Like some of these companies, these countries are coming up with the amount that they're charging for you to work remotely or get this certain nomad visa.
Yeah.
Some countries are like $500 or some of them are up to like $2,000.
Really?
Yes. And why is my screen going like this? Hold on.
I see it.
But it kept. Okay. Sorry about that. It wanted to go wacky. All right, so let me share that again. Chrome tab, 21 countries. All right, so yeah, here we go. The first one they had was Georgia, the country of Georgia. These are the requirements. This is Europe.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah, this one actually is free. They have 1 year, but it's a registered business and it's an entrepreneur. Income to prove is $2,000 a month.
Is that typical to have to prove that you make over $2,000 a month?
Yes, you have to either prove by so if you work for an organization, a company, you have to show that you're getting $2,000 a month. In some countries, if you're a digital nomad, you have to like show enough business that you've generated or potentially going to generate that may exceed a certain amount.
So
So,
those of you who are thinking of relocating or living somewhere out of the country for a period of time, these are the things you need to pay attention to. Not just what's going to take you to get into that country and finding an Airbnb, but if you're going to apply for these work visas, you need to pay attention to this section.
and I'm glad this made me think about something as well too. Internet speed in Puerto Rico. I don't know. I should have checked that. I have a friend of mine that has an app, and I need to get this app to probably show because I knew I saw on Instagram she actually went any place she went into to look for a new place. She would check the internet speed. When I was in Puerto Rico, I knew my teams was telling me like I don't know if it had to kind of get warmed up or something to the internet or whatever, but it was saying technical difficulties based on Wi-Fi or something. It gave me a little notice at like the first part of the morning, but after that it didn't that error didn't come up. So I was like, ooh, because sometimes like these here the download and the upload speed,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have to upload anything. So I didn't test that out, but for as going through my platforms and all that stuff, it worked pretty smoothly. So that is something that I'm glad they had that here on this page here. They got Croatia. Um, I've heard this is a big hub for digital nomads as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Theirs is what 80 euros to 130 euros.
That's not
Max,
bad.
huh? Yeah,
That's not
max
bad.
for 1 year. You have to prove 2,000. I do remember it being kind of expensive with the proving of income. Um, this is a good thing too that I ran across. Like you can also bring your family, and they can be on visas as well too. With some of these digital nomads, it applies not just to one, but it can apply to your whole family.
Mm-hmm.
If you're married, you want to bring your wife and kids, like all of them will actually get the same visa that you get with most of these. Um,
That's only like $14 an hour.
what 2,000?
Yeah, that can't be right.
No, well, 2,000 euros
Oh, that's
probably.
euro. Never mind.
Yeah, that's probably
There's a conversion of euros way more valuable than the dollar.
yeah, that's probably like 3,000 or something like
Yeah.
that. What's next? Czech Republic.
It's like 18, $19 an hour.
Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So basically, if you can make $2,200 or $2,300 without working for somebody, you could live overseas pretty decently.
Mm-hmm. Yes. This is another thing that I thought of that I don't want to leave out as well. You see that says tax to pay?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got to pay taxes there.
Yes. Sometimes you're paying dual taxes. You paying taxes in the States and you're paying taxes in that country that you're in. So that is something else that you want to keep in mind. Because some places don't charge you a tax. They'll say no taxes for digital nomad people. The internet speed is really good too.
That's in
Um,
Europe as well.
yeah, that's in Europe too. I think it's more other countries down here. Like I said, this wasn't the one that I found. The one that I found on my phone was it had all the Caribbean countries, which I'll probably let's go to the Caribbean digital nomad visa. Um, this probably was the one that I saw actually. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. All these ads. Okay, Antigua and Barbuda. They have one called an NDR. You need to make 50,000 per year, which is not bad. They have a visa fee of
$1,500.
for the family is 3,000.
Wow. And a police background check.
Yes, I think this is definitely the one.
That's interesting.
Yes, and it's actually really expensive there.
What's Bali?
Theirs is up to 5 years.
Oh, they're working on a new program.
And they are not including taxes in that as well. That's pretty good.
That's in Thailand, right?
No, Indonesia.
Oh, Indonesia. Okay.
Barbados.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Barbados. A couple of influencers that I follow on Instagram are digital nomads in Barbados. But that was their first location.
I think they were one of the first ones too
Mm-hmm.
to do that, if I can recall, during the pandemic. That 12-month visa, I think I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a little money associated with that, though.
They were paying or helping you pay. They had like these resorts that were set up specifically for remote workers.
That's it right there, the 2,000 visa fee.
Yeah.
We're charging $2,000. You got no, I'm thinking about Bermuda. That's expensive. That's an expensive one. Place to live. There's a visa. You stay up to a year. No minimum income requirement.
Wow.
That's
wow.
And the visa fee is $263.
That's peanuts.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Cayman Islands. I like Cayman Islands. It's pretty nice. Must prove annual. Ooh, you need 100 to 150,000. Especially if you're a couple.
Wow, 150,000.
Yeah, if it's for two people, 150,000 for couples. Maybe it's like 100,000 for individuals. Yeah, at least 100,000. Yeah, you definitely got to be in IT to work on your own business or something.
Or hedge funds.
Yes, yes. So you got to be in a profession, pretty much. You can't just be doing no regular stuff. You got 1469. You need a little few other things. Let's see, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, that's the one.
I think everybody been doing that for the last
2 or 3 years
before COVID.
Yeah,
they've been doing that before COVID, which I would.
The Airbnbs are like $15, $15 to $30 for an Airbnb per day.
Yes, and I've heard people that go to Costa Rica and they have not liked it. They say it's very Americanized there too. A company I used to work for contract-wise, they had an office there in Harada, Costa Rica. But
$3,000 a month.
So you get a year to 3,000 a month, which is not bad. You need a medical insurance. Um,
All of your documents must be translated into Spanish. So your passport has to be Spanish?
no, I don't think that. But I think like these other documents, your medical insurance, it was some other things in it. I guess so
Whatever
you don't have to put no fast one on them. You know, no fast one on me because I don't know English. 250. We back at Croatia again.
Yeah, we're good with
What's it?
Croatia.
I see Croatia's been up there. Um, yeah, they still at 2,500. You with that check?
Yeah, we went that. We
Just
did
saw
that.
check. This check is nice. Dubai, 1 year virtual working program. Um,
Oh, it has they put you in a designated area. It looks like.
Dubai does not levy income tax on individuals. You also get access to all required services, including telecoms, utilities.
Oh, and schooling options. Are you kidding me? Wow. So if you wanted to bring your kids, they could go to school in Dubai.
Well, that's what I was saying with part of the digital visa for like they say like the family for your kid to go to school in these other countries. You usually have to have a visa. It's just like you have to
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
visa.
yeah, yeah. That visa here.
You have to have a work visa for a job. You got to have that. Them kids got to have that visa to go to those schools there, international school or public school usually. So
$5,000 a month. That's the second highest we've seen.
yes, yeah, that's pretty high there.
Well, the cost of living in Dubai is not low.
And you have a 287 visa fee.
Yeah.
You're back in Europe, Estonia,
You can go past Europe. I don't think any of us are going to Europe.
Hungary, but they're out there for you. Iceland. Somebody was just talking about Iceland. I was talking to. I said I'm not really. I, I'm
I
gonna
live,
be.
I live in Iceland. I was in Iceland during All Star Weekend in Cleveland. Definitely felt like it.
I have to be in a. I have to be in a nice climate, man. Like, what's the point of? I would probably do Germany. Excuse me. I would do Spain because I did enjoy Spain. I'm trying to think of some other place. I don't know about the UK or not, but maybe the UK. But that's like all that I'm thinking about right now.
Malta. That's in the
Malta.
Mediterranean.
I would do Malta. It's actually it's is that part of the EU?
North Africa.
Yeah. Close to the mainland, Europe, North Africa. I would do Malta. I've heard good things about Malta. Very beautiful. What are they talking about? 2,700 euro, which is like 3,000
Yep.
something. 300 euro fee. What else we got? Mauritius, which I don't even know what Mauritius is. It's probably in Europe too. Mexico.
Mexico. That's where my cousin is.
My spot, Mexico. Vamos away. It is the favorite hotspot.
And I see why that minimum income is only $1,600.
Yes. Yes. A bank account with 27,000 in it. Mexico open up temporary. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been hearing about this too. You remember that girl you sent me that one of them TikToks? Black girl. She was saying they were stopping that 6-month visa, which I had a 6-month visa
For Mexico?
Yeah, like the first year, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, no,
It's
end of
2022
20,
now.
end of 2020, and it went into 2021. I had a 6-month visa because they be getting you at that border when you try to walk across. Oh, you need a visa. Like what? Like,
So if you apply for one, you probably won't get it. But if you walk across the border, you're gonna get hustled into getting one.
well, no, well the one they have now that they're gonna hustle you for is I think it's like a week or something like that, or 2 weeks. They'll but they're gonna try and hustle you like because that 6-month visa that I purchased back in 2020 when I first walked across the border was it was like $30 or something like that.
Oh,
It wasn't high. It wasn't high. I thought it was because he was like 600 pesos, and I was like,
did he say it like that? Because that sounds like Jerome and not somebody from Mexico.
well I mean, like you when you walk across the border, there's a extranjeros, and then there's Mexicano line. So that's the foreign line you get in there, but it's not really a lot of people in the foreign line. So you go straight to the desk, and then you show them your passport, and they look at you like they be like, come in for a minute. Let me talk to you in the office. So they take you into this office, and then they sit you down. And they be like, where you going? And I'm going to get my teeth done. And they be like, you need a visa then. And I'm like, what? And like, how much is that? That'd be 600 pesos. And I'm like, what? So that comes out to be like $30 or something like that.
We actually have a question in our YouTube chat. If you're watching us live, we have a chat that's open on YouTube, and we've got a couple of listeners in there. And Mocha Bella asked, with remote working, does the company pay for your travel expenses? And Mocha, typically, when you are a remote worker, your travel is not paid for unless you're being asked to travel for a client. Um, so I've traveled in the continental United States and have done it in order to meet with clients. And in that case, yes, they would reimburse or ask you to book travel if they have someone who books the travel for them. But typically, if you're working remotely and traveling, like we're talking about doing work visas internationally, they're not paying for your travel. You're paying for it yourself because you're choosing to work. You're choosing to work somewhere else and not at home. So those expenses would be yours. The beauty, though, if you're doing it for 6 months to a year, you actually wind up paying less to live um, out of the country in some areas than you would in the country. So we talked about Bermuda, we've talked about Bali, we've talked about Croatia, some other places, but Costa Rica, you can typically get Airbnbs and stay there for a month for well below what it would cost to rent or have a mortgage here in the U.S., depending on what your mortgage or your rent is. I know when I was looking for long-term stays, I mean, it was under $1,000 to rent a Airbnb, um, which if you're a person who has the flexibility to live in more than one place at a time, it could be beneficial for you. Um, I know of people, and Adrian and I have talked to people who've kind of sold all their stuff or put it in storage and traveled as a digital nomad for a while. And then, they come back to the States and get their stuff out of storage um, and continue on with their life here in the US.
Well, yeah, that's her question there. Yeah. There's so many different things. I mean, can you get it paid? Can you get it paid? And I had this conversation with people about contract and full time.
Mhm.
Now you're gonna get those type of perks when you are full time. Like the traveling expense, used to give you the card. Um, you would do XYZ charges and you put it on the card. But like when you're working contract, it's a little different. Like I talk about PTO being contract and PTO being full time.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything in full time is taken out of your pay. All your expenses and stuff is taken out of your pay to accommodate those travel, hotel, food, drink, all that's kind of taken out. When you work contract, they've given you all that money to do yourself.
Right. So
So,
typically your per hour contract is usually per hour. It's not a set salary. It's a per
right.
hour salary. So rather than making $90,000 a year, your hourly bill rate might be $45 an hour. Um, so it gives you more, and you don't typically get benefits with contracts. So you get
Yeah.
all of the upfront costs, which means you pay for everything on the back end on your own.
But you know what too though, with the benefits though, they're not paid by the
Employer.
employer, but your vendor offers you which mine is crappy. my, my benefits is crappy. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat that. But um oh, thank you, Tiffany Poodle in Portland. I appreciate that. Um, I had another person too to shout out that gave some money. But yeah, so like, but I love it. I love the contract work, and I say this when you're when especially in the States, when you start a job, you're gonna get 2 weeks. You're gonna get your 2 weeks. I don't care if it's in the IT role, you're gonna get your 2 weeks, just like everybody else at McDonald's, Starbucks gonna get their 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's say you exhaust those 2 weeks. Now you calling HR, you're trying to see how can you accrue time, how can you buy time. You already you've taken that lower rate to get those PTO paid hours. Now on the contract, I'm gonna get a higher rate and I'm not gonna get any paid time. I can take time off anytime I want to, but
You don't get paid for it. Yeah.
you don't get paid for it. But I don't have to go through all that red tape to just call HR checking my time
Yeah.
or
You just
you know
send an email and say I'm not gonna be here on Friday,
right.
and put you out of office on Thursday night when you log off.
Right. So you have to budget properly. They're giving you a lot more money, and you just you kind of make it overlap over a weekend. I usually go to maybe Colombia, Brazil. I do like a Thursday, and I make sure I had that weekend to kind of overlap so I at least save 2 days that I would have never got paid on anyway.
Yeah.
But or like a holiday, Memorial Day comes on a Monday. I may take Thursday, Friday off, so I'm gonna have, and I may leave out Wednesday night.
Right. After work, like you said, you got to Puerto Rico at midnight, 1 a.m. That's fine.
Right. And actually I didn't have I shouldn't have even left early because I left at 3 o'clock from my job. I took 2 hours off to leave to go to the airport. And I got to the airport at like 5. I said I could at least I could have left at 4 and got there around 6 in enough time. But I just wanted to make sure I got on that plane. But I didn't have to take a whole day off.
Right.
So
like next week when I go to Birmingham, my flight's at 6 a.m. There's no reason for me to take off work. I'm getting in at 8:30. I still have my whole Thursday to work, but I won't be home when I'm working. I'll be in a co-working space in Birmingham.
Sweet. You ain't miss a beat. So you got to be a little creative and keep that money in your pocket. So there's ways to kind of like, get a nice vacation in, or do like you were doing, leave at a different hour, a late hour. It's always a lot of early flights and there's a lot of late flights.
A lot of late flights now.
And them usually be the cheaper ones anyway too, but
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. It was more expensive for me this time.
Yes. So yeah, who else was here that showed love? Jungle Brother. Appreciate that donation, my guy. Definitely. Okay, so I think we've answered all the questions. Tiffany was talking about Iceland. She says beautiful climate from what I've seen on the Travel Channel. Greenland is a cool place. Yeah, I've seen the little blue lagoons or something like that, and but I'm always trying to get to this warm climate.
Yeah.
Put some shorts on. She also mentioned the primitive rooms. Yes, I think that's when you pop a squat. I think that's what she's talking about.
That's every bathroom for me. Public bathrooms are all primitive in my eyes.
I think you got to what do you say? You got to drop down and get your ego on with them. The ones she's talking about.
you got to exercise those mega knees when you go to these public.
You got to have them mega knees when them
Yeah.
restrooms. I think they got them in China and I think the Middle East as well too.
And
Morocco and
Tiffany, one of those things, that pieces of advice that I found out on YouTube when I went to a place that's not the same as far as modern technology when it comes to restrooms, was a lot of places you cannot put toilet paper in the toilet. You can use toilet paper, but you throw it in the garbage versus the toilet. So that's a big change if you're not used to, well, nobody's here would be used to that hardly. But yeah, you actually put your tissue in the basket next to the toilet versus putting it in the toilet. They have signs everywhere. I know I saw a lot of that in Cuba. Don't put toilet paper because it clogs the toilets.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how it is in most of Mexico. Actually, most of South America is like that. I know Mexico is like that too, but it just be a little different. I'm not used to it. Oh, putting that thing in the little pail, man. It's crazy. It's like that in Brazil too. Yeah, Jake. I'm trying to get Jake Clyde, come on the show, man. Throw you in there right now, man. We at the end of it. You can close this out, but he in Brazil for a good little while. He's already been there for like maybe a week, I think.
Yeah, Jay Clyde he be jet setting on a regular basis.
Right. We ain't gonna put his business out there, but somebody did say he was in Medellin last week, and I'm like, but that's the powers of working remotely.
Man.
The powers, man.
You get to build the life you want to.
I said I need to get this VPN thing working right. I need to get this VPN. Tiger Park, I appreciate you dropping through. Yes, man. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna see if we can bring my guy in here. Hopefully he in Copacabana with a caipirinha. That's the link right there. Hopefully you got a caipirinha and some what you call them other little things. I forgot what you call these little pastry things with like cheese in them. And it's like fried or something, but I don't really care for it. But give me some feijoada, some moqueca, and a caipirinha, and I'm good with some rice. Oh, so good. So hopefully we get Jay Clyde on here, and he can show us. But what else was I was gonna?
How much gas money are you saving since I see gas has skyrocketed?
Right, we were supposed to be talking about the gas thing. We got all off subject, but here comes Jay Clyde introducing Introducing Jay Clyde, live from Brazil, baby.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh man, I can't call it, man.
I'm definitely not at the beach with what you just said.
I was gonna say, don't look like no beach to me.
Yeah, you in the room.
That was, yeah, I'm in a room right now, about to go out.
Okay. It was a live weekend in Brazil this weekend. A lot of the parties was this past weekend, right?
Yeah, they had a lot going on. I know they said the carnival was supposed to be postponed or canceled, but they still have most of the parties. It's a lot going on, so it doesn't feel like it's been canceled really.
Okay. Yeah, your guy Cedric Galloway say was good.
So they have carnival right now?
What's going on?
Yeah, it's
technically it's supposed to be the time that carnival is going on.
Oh, I didn't know their carnival was the same time as Mardi Gras.
Yeah, that's all across the world is going to be until Tuesday, Ash Wednesday, the day before Ash Wednesday. That's when all the carnivals stop. And so here, you're gonna have New Orleans Carnival. You're gonna have Brazil. You have Colombia. You have Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
All of them at the same time because of the Catholic religion, of the Catholic heritage. That's why it's so hard to get to them. You got to just pick one.
Yeah.
You can't go to both of them. Oh, Tiffany.
Yeah, that's true on that.
Yeah. So the good thing about that is that this year, because I know Colombia is going to be in March now. Brazil is supposed to be in April? The actual
it's like towards the end of April. That's when they postponed it until the end of April. So we'll see.
Oh, it's the end of April. Oh.
Yeah, I want to say, or it might have been the end of March. Might have been end of March, early April. It might have been that. I have to look at the dates.
Okay. Yeah.
Kick me off there?
No, you just dropped.
You trying to make it a boys' club? Like what?
Yeah, we had to talk about some things.
We had to talk about some things. Had to put you on.
Yeah, whatever.
The things I saw on his WhatsApp.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's the after talk show.
Better not never let me on that WhatsApp. I'm gonna create a male alter ego and get on that WhatsApp.
I hear you.
Hey, you can come on down to Brazil. You can come on down to Brazil. It's good fun out here for everybody.
You ain't gonna give me no trouble down there in Brazil, because I already know.
Yeah,
it's hard to get some sleep. It's hard to get some sleep.
The Brazilians don't sleep, man. Them Brazilians don't sleep,
man. Not at all. This is going every night.
So how you doing that with work, man? Like,
well,
I know that's
technically right now I'm on a 2-week vacation, so I'm not working right now.
Oh, okay.
Man. Yeah,
okay.
I'm not working right now.
Okay, I'm about to say
that in a little bit.
Every night I in Brazil, I was out till the sun came up.
Exactly. It's tough. Yeah, I thought about working while I was here, and then I was like, nah, that's gonna be too tough. Because we literally been getting in as the sun's rising. Like it's tough, man.
See, I'm too old for that.
I thought I was too, but once you get going, it happens.
Once they honest, right? It's a wrap.
I don't know any and I've been to Colombia, a lot of Latin countries. They like to party late, but that Brazil is another, because the sun come up so early too in Brazil because of the equator or whatever. So it'd be like 4:30. You start to see the little sunrise. Yeah.
Okay, well I can make it to 4:30.
Right.
Oh yeah. So like by 5 o'clock, if you leave at the club, it look like it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Really?
At 5 a.m.
Yeah.
in the morning. It looked
Yeah.
like
If you can make it to 4, if you can
I
make
can
it to
make it to
4:30, you can make it to
4:30.
6. You can make it to
Nah,
6.
nah. My
when
mind gonna.
the sun
My
come
mind.
out, it's hard to go to sleep. You be like on like a crazy high, like because you've been partying all night, and then you come out and it's like sun, and you like, man, I don't know if I should go to sleep or just go to the beach because it be so bright.
And see, I don't
Exactly.
see y'all don't show no party footage. Y'all do the beaches and the other B word, the beaches and the bitches. we don't get to see the party scene. So, I mean,
Yeah, the party scene is a little.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I might,
but it's
I might do something just for you. I'll see. We was thinking about doing something tonight anyway, but it's so many people out. But if I get out there, I'll get some exclusive footage just for you.
thank you, and more
I
food.
got you.
You,
More
you, you,
food.
you
I got you.
yeah, you do great with the food now.
I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that.
cool. Well, I appreciate you coming on, bro. I know you got to get out there, and you're a little over because I had a little technical
Oh yeah.
difficulty.
Oh no doubt. It just to stay on topic. I know the company out. Yeah, company I work with. I work for Mercury Insurance. They might have some postings for like some remote because we're remote now, just to stay on topic so we don't get totally off the
Yeah.
topic. So if you go to the website, I think we might have some openings for some jobs too. That's going to
On
be
there
remote.
right now.
What is it called? Mercury
Insurance.
Mercury Insurance. So yeah, so it's auto, home, commercial insurance. So yeah, it's probably some positions on that because they moved us to permanent work from home.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me about that before. Before the last time you was on that, y'all was just going to permanent, right?
Yeah, that was as of January. Yeah.
Okay.
So if anybody have any questions on that, man, just hit me up. Everybody got my little contact, Instagram or Facebook or whatnot, and just let me know if anybody's watching or something that's interested, and just let me know.
Developer. They got some
Yeah, they got a
analyst
few little things.
positions. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a pretty big company then.
Some underwriting positions coming up too. It's a mid-sized company based out of California.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's I'm about to say that's out of Tampa, but it don't matter now.
Yeah.
Cool.
They got data scientists, technical support. If someone out there is an attorney or has legal qualifications, claims reps, property specialist.
If anybody decide to apply, use my name as a referral so I can get that referral bonus.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if you work in home loans, they got a $5,000 sign-on bonus. There's your money to go to Brazil right there.
They got a signing bonus.
Mm-hmm. They sure do.
For home loans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got a data analyst, underwriting, claims, work from home. They're advertising as work from home too.
Yep.
Payment specialist. So I mean, those of you who aren't in tech, this is if you have any insurance experience or just payment specialist, that's HR or
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of these positions have $5,000, $2,000, $2,500 sign-in bonuses.
Man, y'all need people, huh?
Hey, we working overtime, so yeah, I think so. Oh yeah.
Ooh, ain't that like overtime and remote?
That is true.
I remember I was at Sprint. I was hitting them over the head for when I was working.
I work a lot of overtime, man. That's why I take a lot of vacations, man. I work a lot when I'm working, and I vacation a lot when I vacation, man. So
yeah, work hard, play hard, baby. That's the motto.
That's it.
That's the motto.
I've changed my model. My motto is work some, play hard. I don't get. I'm not working hard no more. I'm not.
That's
Work smart,
Oh,
play hard.
that's that
hey, that works
colonizer
too.
talking.
That's that what?
Colonizer talking.
That work hard, play hard. Yeah.
Mhm. No,
No,
work sometime, play hard.
Yeah.
no. I don't know whose philosophy it is, but I've adopted it.
Shoot.
Work
That,
smart. I don't want to say I don't want. It's not like I don't want to work. I just want to be smart about the work that I do.
No, ain't nothing wrong
mhm.
with that.
Yes, yes. Well, I appreciate that one. That was a good gem, Jay Clyde, from the pocket, from your own pocket.
Yeah, no
So
doubt, no doubt.
yeah, I'll go ahead and call this closure on this here. To go back over the jobs, the other jobs. We went over was it remote co
Yeah, remote.co. Just type in Google remote.co. That's going to be your all things remote work. It's a references, companies, job postings, some employer and employee references for remote working. Um, and then we talked about We Work Remotely, which is another resource. They are the largest remote work community in the world. Again, you're going to find postings for job seekers as well as some valuable resources for working remotely. And then we covered the company called Chili Piper. They are a remote working B2B software company startup that offers work from anywhere remote work. They've got several positions available in and outside of tech. And then Jay Clyde blessed us with his place of employment that is offering some openings. You can hit him up for a reference, and his place of employment was called Jay Clyde. It was Mercury Insurance. They've got sign-on bonuses and remote work, guys. I mean, that's can't beat it.
can't beat it with a stick. Awesome, awesome. Well, that's all we have. I know I'm way over, but this was a good one. I appreciate you, Tiff and Jake Clyde.
Oh,
Thanks,
no
Jay
problem.
Clyde.
Appreciate you.
All
Appreciate it.
right.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Enjoy. Be
Thank you.
All
safe.
right.
All right. Take
All
care.
right. Now.
Thank
Bye.
All right.
you.
Now.
Bye.